another day, another time when I'm online with Hydro AFK. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, he's just AFK fishing, trying to get some mending. As you can see, a lot has changed since the last episode. I was just caving. Basically, for those who don't know, my plan is to light up all the caves on this side of the wall and none of them on this side of the wall, and the idea is to get loads of mobs spawning here to make it seem like we're defending it. It's an interesting ploy, which I think is working at the minute. As you can see, there's quite a few mobs there and absolutely no mobs there. It's got nothing to do with the fact there's a large plain in front of me here and just a small mountain area, valley place here. Anyway, so you may remember there was a hill here. The hill is now slightly lower. You may remember there was a river here. That has been filled in. You can tell there was a river here because, as you can see, it's raining here, which I'm not sure how that's going to look in the long run, but it just makes it easier to build the wall, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I'm not sleeping because I want the snow to kind of cover as many blocks as possible. And I don't think, well, as I said, Nova's AFK, so he won't be sleeping anytime soon. The only problem is it's going to be very difficult to work here because there's so many mobs around. So I haven't uploaded last episode yet. I was going to wait before recording this one, but I did a lot of groundwork this morning, just prepping the area for the continuation of the wall. But I thought we would continue with the wall. As you can see, I've changed all of the textures to stone, or all the blocks to stone. I was deciding whether I was going to use andesite or stone. I decided stone. I am open to other opinions with regards to these blocks, so, you know, this isn't set in stone. This is just my favourite at the moment. I know I said andesite was my favourite, but I changed my mind. I decided the stone looks fine. I think what will work on this episode is the rest of the wall, hopefully the back end of it, the top of it, and what I was thinking is at the end here we're going to have a tower just to mark the end of it, and I'm thinking every so often we'll have a tower, like just something to break up the texture so it's not just this. The one thing I'm not liking about it for some reason, and I don't know what's causing this, I'm not quite sure what I don't like about it, it's kind of like the top, like I don't know, just the way the top is working. It's very bare, maybe? Is that a good word? I feel like there should be another block up there. We could try maybe use stone slabs just to... Or maybe... Yeah... I don't know. Anyway, I'm thinking of adding another texture to the top. I know there's a lot of stairs there. Maybe we could use stone, like cobblestone stairs instead. Maybe that would make it look better. Anyway, I really want to sleep, but at the same time, I really want the snow to... Oh no. No! I've had way too many creepers explode here. Right, I guess we'll just start. I did go, as I said, I was caving just before starting here. So, oh yeah, so basically I filled 3 chestfuls of like dirt and stuff, and I ended up using it all and filling in the river. I've not quite finished yet. One of the good things about filling in the river is I get loads of ice from it, which is good, and that will obviously go towards the building of the wall. But yeah, hopefully if we can get the rest of it done today, that means... Oh, for crying out loud. I'm getting loads of slowness arrows, which is... it's not a bad thing. Might have to come up with some sort of like mini game or something with them. I don't know. There's no real use for them in my at the minute, unless I'm just trolling with people. But then even the slowness doesn't last that long. Oh yeah. Also, I think I'm the last person with no deaths. I think Hydro's got one. I know Elton, Pat, Spodders all have them because I was watching one of Spodders' episodes where they torched a village. No hate though. Don't go hating them. What else? Who else is there? Dancer's had a death. Bombastic, maybe? I'm not sure if he's had a death. Bombastic's the only one I don't know. So, I don't know if he's I don't know if he's had a death or not. So, yeah, we can only speculate. But I'm still going strong, which is good. That's just a ridiculous amount of iron. No one should be able to get that much iron in just an hour of caving. It's just dirty, really. Right, let's put all that away. I don't have a mob system in this world. Oh, the snow stopped. Wicked, I can sleep now. I don't have a mob system in this world, but that's okay because obviously I've got looting and I've been killing a lot of mobs around, so I've been getting loads of mob items. Right, so we've got a lot of stone from the mountain that I flattened. And what we're going to do actually is we're just going to craft a bunch of these half slabs. I crafted more than I anticipated. but we'll just we'll roll with it. So the floor is going to be at this level. Reason being is I'm going to put a light below this, and we don't want it to obviously affect the road. Also, like, I don't know, I just feel like if we put the road this low, you don't get much of a view. You've got to like jump up here if you want to look out like that. Whereas if the floor is here, you know, it's just a basic hop up, which is nice. Also, it's half slabs, which means mobs won't spawn. Now, let's just continue to lay down the ground here. I'm not sure how wide it's going to be. I know I said it was going to be 7 wide, but I think we've kind of given up on that. This was the original middle block of the wall, the one that I laid out the pattern, but I'm guessing we can kind of move it over slightly. I'm guessing that's not a big deal, but we can make this 5 wide. I think we could do 5 wide, we could do 7 wide. Obviously, the wider we make it, the more blocks we're going to have to place. The thing is, when you think of a wall, you kind of think it's going to be cramped and that at the top, you know, with not much space. But yeah, I think we'll go with that school of thought. We'll just go for a narrow wall. I'm not going to make it 3 wide. That would be too narrow. Now, what I like about the wall so far is like, usually when I do battlements, they're like 1 block tall, kind of like this. You know, there's the wall. And you know, there's the battlements. That's usually what I do. I have seen designs where the battlements are a lot bigger, and I like what we've done here because it kind of gives that vibe. You know, these are battlements, they're bigger. But what I do want to do is, how should we do it? I need to get a crafting table. Actually, I've got a crafting table in my ender chest. If we just place that down, oh, we don't. Okay, whoops. So what I'm thinking is we. Oh, you know what? That might look cool. That doesn't make sense. How does that look? Is that bonkers? Oh, I need my axe. Because we're going to be using logs and all that. Is that bonkers? See, the problem with that though is, yeah, we'll have to get rid of these because if we do it on the other side, then the wall's going to be too narrow at one point. It's just going to be 1 block. That might look good. I know that kind of takes away the wooded texture, but I think that's kind of a good thing. It just adds a bit of detail, which I feel is needed. Yeah, so I think we'll go with that. It's a completely random pattern I pulled out of my head at the moment I built it. But I had something like that in mind. I was planning to do something like that. It's very... it just adds a bit of depth to the wall, which is good, instead of just having a flat wall. The problem is, obviously, there's less variation in the blocks, so what we might do is, how much cobble do we have? Not nearly enough. Let's make some cobble. Oh, we do have quite a bit of cobble there. Right, we'll make some cobble slabs. I'll make some cobble stairs. And we're going to put them on the top of the wall instead of the stone brick stairs and see if that variation adds to the build. Because as I said, at the moment, I don't know, it just appears to be kind of bland. And I'm not sure if it's necessarily lacking block variation or if it's the shape. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with the shape. The reason I shaped it like this was to improve it, and at the time I thought, yep, it works. But upon a second glance, it just doesn't look as good. Yeah, no, that might work actually. For some reason I actually like that. And then we've got stairs there. We've got the stair blocks, like where the lights are going to go. Maybe we should turn them into cobble as well. Just for reference, I'm planning on putting the lights here. Like, you know, I'm not sure what lights yet. Probably the guardian lights, whatever they're called, sea lanterns. And then maybe have like iron bars in front or something, I don't know. Still not sure about the diamond block. If we don't do the diamond block, I'll either do the iron block or just another random block. Maybe redstone. Definitely not redstone. Imagine someone accidentally places TNT. This place is just gubbed then. We're going to leave the rest of the stone bricks as they are. So I think that looks okay. I think what we're going to do is we're going to change the... We're not going to copy this, what's on this side, to this side. We're going to do something else. Reason being is because this is obviously like the safe side of the wall, our side of the wall if you like. Because like at this side of the wall, this is the side that's, you know, being defended really. So we want to have something a bit different instead of just a flat wall. So I think that's what we're going to do. I want to make it look good, but at the same time, I don't want to make it too complicated because I'm going to have to copy it again and again and again and again. Well, for starters, it might be an idea. Oh yeah, so I was thinking, instead of filling in the inside of the wall, or instead of filling it all in, we might have a rail track that goes from end to end. I know we've got nether portals, but I might just like cut them out and fill in the tunnels that I'm using at the minute. I don't know. That would be a very weird thing to do. Very, very weird, but you know, I kind of like people to use an actual rail track in the overworld for once. Although, yeah. Anyway, oh yeah, we could have stations in it. It could be like an underground tunnel. That would be neat. I mean, who's going to use it? No one lives up here apart from Danster, so it would be in disuse a lot. But whatever. Anyway. So that was one idea. The back end, it would be nice to have ways of getting up at most points. As I said, in the factions server, Owlton and I, we put ladders at the back of the wall that we built, like basically every 2 blocks. And I don't want to have it that frequently. I think what we should do is we should keep the pattern size the same as on this side, just to make things simple, so things don't go out of sync. So, I'm going to place this here just as a reference. There we go. There's the next frame. So now, not quite sure. Maybe we could have ladders going up here in these blocks here. And the good thing is, if we decide, like, yeah, because we're not transforming that pattern over here, it means we can build the wall into the mountain, and so have maybe like houses or forts or something on top of the mountain, some structure, and that way you don't need a ladder to get up to the wall. You can just walk, and you're, you know, because you're on the top of a hill, you're already on top of the mountain. So that's one good thing about not incorporating the front side onto the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do that for now. That can be where the ladder goes. We're going to get rid of this one because we don't need it. There we go. Just fill that in. This ladder was only temporary after all. The reason I kept pillaring up at the start was because I thought I was going to fill it in. This was before I had the train track idea, which sounds weird, but there you go. It's just a moment of inspiration. So yeah, that is potentially what I'm thinking about. Now I would like to have more detail than obviously just that, but that's the general layout. Right, I think we'll move the frame out here, I think, and this way we're going to try and create a bit of diversity at the top of the wall. Right there, as you can see, there is a bit more shape within the wall. Now we could put lights on the top of those blocks there. Maybe, what's the easiest lights at the moment to get? Unfortunately, it's probably torches or jack-o'-lanterns. I mean, we could do jack-o'-lanterns and just like cover them with trap doors. So we'll see. We can see how that looks. Okay, so thus far I've got that. We can still salvage it. Don't worry. Maybe we can use some polished andesite. We'll see about that. I was thinking of maybe... that's not polished andesite. I was thinking of maybe incorporating it in the back of the stone bricks. So maybe do it here. It doesn't look... Well, I mean, it does look kind of strange. Oh, we could work on the base a bit. I mean, I don't want to make it too difficult. And this is simplistic. Does it look good? So. Looks better than some other stuff I could have come up with. And then yeah, we could just have like a bit of a cobble flooring there, and we're sorted. Maybe we could add stairs. Would stairs make it look even remotely? I mean, it means we've got to add an extra andesite block, but I'm fine with that if it makes it look a bit better. It's hard to tell really. We're going to have to actually add 2 extra andesite blocks. There we go. Rounded off edge. Now obviously we don't have any snow piled up, but that's because this is kept in good condition because people actually, you know, they live over here. This is the civilized side of the wall, whereas on the other side no one goes there, so they, you know, they can't clear the snow away from the bottom. That is the idea anyway. Don't ask about the ice and the stone, but that'll be explained probably never. I mean, iron bars always improve stuff, so we should try maybe some of those. Let's see. There we go. Had some from the front. Where did we put them on the... Oh yeah, we put them on the top at the front. I'm not sure how we would incorporate these though. I like how simplistic it is. I mean, that's the one positive. You know, that might actually work. Apart from the fact it would cost a lot, I actually do like that. See, I told you, iron bars always improve stuff. I'm not sure though. Does it look better? Should we do it? Does that look okay? I think it does. I think, yeah, it provides a bit of light, and I don't know. It looks all right. I'll give it that. It looks okay. So I know we're using torches on this build, but I'm okay with that, to be honest. Like, I'm not anti-torch, but I do understand why some people don't like them. It's just I feel for this particular build, A, there's not much chance I'm going to be able to hide much lighting, and B, it just makes sense for the theme of the build, I think. How does that look then from down below? That does look a bit more wacky, a bit more strange, especially given the fact I forgot to place one of them. But, I mean, are we just going to live with it? I just thought, because the back of the wall is kind of open, and you would expect like the wall to have a kind of a safety net. And I know that's not much of a safety net, but it just kind of expands the back of it ever so slightly. I think it looks fine from up here. From down there, not so much. Wonder what will happen if I grow this tree. Will it turn all the snow below into pods all? No, that's good. So that's obviously far enough from the ground to stop that from happening. I'm not even sure if... Well, it wouldn't grow in amongst snow, would it? Because you can't grow saplings when there's a block right next to it. But I wonder if there was snow, if it would get turned to pods all. I think it would probably do so, because it still counts as a grass block. Anyway, I'm not quite sure what else to do this episode. I'm not sure if I should let it run on, do something else, that sort of thing. It's one of these times where I've just, my full focus is on one project. Things like the city from my journal world and the arena I built in my first ever Minecraft world. Things like that, they take up a lot of time, a lot of resources and that sort of thing, and often I just work flat out on them without considering anything else really. I would like to build a shop. I am currently speaking with someone else about doing something like that. I also need an XP farm. The only spawners I've found have been on the other side of the wall, the wrong side of the wall, and I'd rather not build there, if you know what I mean, because that's kind of like barbarian territory. So if there's spawners this side of the wall, that's fine, but I've not found one yet. But at some point in the future, I'm going to have to figure out a way of repairing my tools, because currently I'm just running about at night with iron armour on. I could make another set of diamond armour, but I kind of need the diamonds for something else. Anyway, I think I'm just going to end the episode there. I'm glad I've got the blueprint for the wall sorted, at least most of the wall. We do have one or two towers to consider, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. All the best. See you later.